Good morning, students. So today in lesson number 6 we are going to read the page number 100. In this we are going to read about the e-sites. E-sites are called electronic sites. So what do we call the e-sites? They are called the electronic sites, are the online version of the traditional agencies, shops, offices, etc. So what are the e-sites? They are the online versions of the agencies, right? And shops and offices like Amazon or many other sites are there through which you can learn, or you can like Byju's is an online learning site, right? So it's a e-site. These sites allow us to conduct many transactions from our homes, for which earlier we would have traveled to the shops or offices, right? The e-sites are these are the electronic sites for agencies, shops and offices, right? Before we have to go to home, we have to go to shops or offices, or we have to travel a lot to when we need something from a shop or from an office. But now these all transaction can be done through your home, that is done from your home. They have opened a new window for doing business and supplying information, one then remain open round the clock, as we will learn later. Some companies have an exclusive online existence. So e-governance. E-governance refer to the use of modern information and communication technologies such as the internet, local area network and mobile telephony by the central government, state government and local administrative bodies to improve the effectiveness, efficiency, service delivery and transparency of the government. So e-governance is generally used by the government, that is the state government, central government or the local administrative bodies, through which they are able to improve the effectiveness or the services they are delivering or the transparency of the government, right? So what is the advantage of the e-governance? Greater attention to improve service delivery, facilitate wide access to information, improves administrative efficiency and effectiveness, allows direct interaction with citizens. So these are the advantages of the e-governance. Now e-learning. These are the e-site, that is electronic sites. So e-governance is also, that is electronic governance. These electronic governance was used mostly by the government. E-learning is another e-site for education. Internet is a great tool for education. Now you can see that in this period of corona, we are using many e-learning sites to get education, right? So it is very helpful for us. So it allows people to learn about a variety of things at their own pace. A number of distance education courses are also offered through the internet. So what is the role of e-learning? It helps us to learn about variety of things at their own pace. That is, if someone is very weak in studies, so he can learn with its own pace. जैसे वो पढ़ सकता है अपने तरीके से, अपने टाइमिंग के अकॉर्डिंग, so he use the e-learning service. So there, through e-learning, a number of distance education courses are also offered through the internet. Many institutions offer online coaching classes for engineering, medical and management entrance exams. Through e-learning, many online educations are also given, or coaching classes are also offered for engineering, medical and management entrance exams. E-learning refer to any kind of learning or teaching that take place using a computer and an internet connection or the CD-ROM. So how do e-learning take place? It's a kind of learning or teaching in which we are using the computer and the internet, right? It is generally used by the individual for pursuing a course without having attended regular or a full-time classes. So e-learning, basically, why do we use the e-learning? It is used by the individual so that you don't have to go to school, or you don't have to go to college for regular or full-time. You can use the e-learning sites for different e-learning sites so that you can get or you can learn something online, right? That is a kind of online services provided by the different school or colleges or universities, so that you can utilize your time, or you can go according to your own pace. So some of the advantages of the e-learning are as follows. Allow learning at your own pace. Provide access to learning material at any time and from any place. Engage the students through multimedia and make use of all the three styles of learning: visual, seeking and looking; auditory, hearing and listening; and kinesthetic, touching and doing. Using the internet, one can learn a topic, take the test and get the result from the comfort of one's home. For example, www.microsoft.com learning is one such site. So this is an example of the learning site. Or other websites are such as www.bbc.co.uk/schools and www.e-learningforkids.org offer free online education, especially for young students. So these are the some sites through which we can avail information, or we can educate ourselves by using free online education. So like similar ways, Byju's, Vedantu, nowadays they are prevailing. Upgrade, so they are also a e-learning sites, right? E-banking. E-banking is also called the online banking or internet banking. So with the help of, we need not to go to the bank. We can use their e-banking services, right? It allows customer to conduct financial transaction on the secure websites. They will create a secure websites of their own bank, which help the customer to conduct their financial transactions on a secure basis. Through internet banking, any inquiry or transaction can be proceed online without visiting the branch anywhere. Banking. E-banking can be categorized into the following types. So here are some categories of the e-banking types, right? Automatic teller machine, that is ATM. Money can be withdrawn from ATM machine using debit or ATM cards. Mobile banking. Using this facility, customers can access their accounts and perform transaction on their mobile phones. In mobile banking, you can do your transactions on mobile phone only. Telephone banking. This service helps the user perform transaction while sitting at the home over telephone. Internet banking. Internet banking or online banking allow banking activities such as transferring funds, paying bills, checking account balance, etc. Right? Through internet banking. Now through e-banking, you can do any transaction, you can pay any bill, you can check your accounts, you can transfer the funds as much as you want, right? While sitting at your home only. Advantages of the e-banking. There are some advantages of the e-banking. E-banking provides 24-hour services for 365 days. It helps bank reduce the cost of various transactions. It provides global network coverage of the service of a bank. It helps reduce paperwork. It saves times. Consumer can easily avail services such as finding the details of their accounts, transaction, etc. without human intervention. So here are some limitations of e-banking. The limitations of e-banking are as follows. Security is one of the major issue of the e-banking transaction. So whenever you do e-banking transaction, you need to be very careful, right? The cost of providing e-banking infrastructure is very high. So these are the limitations of the e-banking. In next topic, we will learn about the e-commerce, right? Thank you.